Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we got glutes and hams, and I gotta be out of here lickety motherfucking split. So we're gonna get it done in about an hour and 5 minutes. Let's get it. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do like some detailed explanation for every exercise today. Tell you exactly how to perform it and then what I think about to engage the muscle, educate you. So first thing you wanna do, adjust your pad so that when you get on this, you see this little pivot point right here? All of the machines are gonna have this thing. This is the pivot point. Well, not all machines, but all of the seated leg curls will have this pivot point of the machine, and that's where your knee should be. So your knee should line up with the pivot point of the machine. This pad, I don't know, just right on top of your ankles, right above your heels, I don't know, whatever the fuck. And then lock yourself in tight. And then from here, you're just gonna drive your heels down like you're trying to break the machine. Or you could think about driving your heels to your butt. Now, the tricky part about this is when you want to go heavy, your hips will try to shift forward or your back will arch, okay? So the key is to push yourself back in so that you're braced and your back is flat on this pad the whole time. Control the eccentric up. I like to get a fat stretch, feel it, and then go. What the fuck? That was low-key heavy as fuck. This is literally the best machine for growing your hamstrings, besides like RDLs. Okay, so this next thing that we're gonna do is also a seated hamstring intensifier, if you will. This is gonna be used to target a stubborn muscle group. In my case, it's my hamstrings. So we're gonna stack volume and metabolic fatigue to try to get these muscles to grow, which actually has been working quite well so far. All right, so step one, you're gonna wanna pick a weight that you can fail in about 13 to 15 reps. It's gonna be a little bit lighter because this is after your working top set, so you're gonna be kind of gassed. I really just like to lean forward on these because I just get so much, look at how much more I can stretch my hamstrings at the top. And then just drag it down, dude. I mean, the contraction is just stupid fire. Oh. Okay, and then from here, rest for 30 seconds and 30 seconds alone. Oh my gosh. So why does this work? It forces more volume in a short time, increases metabolic stress, and pushes you past reps that you would normally quit on. This is not just about lifting heavy, it's about fatiguing the muscle so much that it has no choice but to grow. All right, abduction. So if you're on the shorter side like me, this is gonna be the main thing for you. Get some kind of yoga mat or some kind of block that you can put behind your back. All right, so this is gonna keep your hips forward and slightly upright. It's gonna help you get a way better glute contraction and also keep your back supported. All right, so you can either sit up tall or lean forward a bit, whichever one you feel it better, but just make sure that your core is braced and you're not arching your back. All right, grab on those handles tight as a motherfucker and then push your knees out to the pad. Drive your knees out to the pad. I like to also drive my heels in and push out on the outer sides of my feet, and then big, huge contraction at the top. Almost like you're literally trying to get your glutes to cramp on purpose. 2-second squeeze at least at the top. Control the eccentric, no momentum, no bouncing, just tension, tension, tension. Something I like to do on my last rep, hold it for as long as you possibly can, squeezing the fucking absolute fuck out of your glutes. Literally hold it until you physically can't anymore. And then do that like 3 more times. All right, now we got kickbacks. And instead of explaining it like scientifically like I usually do, I'm just gonna explain it to you how I feel like real hot girls would understand, okay? Ankle cuff on the motherfucking ankle. This plate, give yourself a little bit of elevation so your heels are not scraping on the floor, right? So now kickbacks, no matter how technologically correct I do them, they feel like shit, okay? So I've just been playing around with them for a while, trying to make them feel good. And this is what I have done. So the number one thing is your back. Your back or your other leg is gonna fuck you up. So you need to be, the other leg is coming from instability. You need to be like on this machine, however you gotta grab it. Like if somebody's working, hey, do you mind if whatever you gotta do, okay? That's what I do. And then the lower back, just squeeze your butt cheek before you even start moving, because the lower back is coming from like too much flexion of the spine of your lower back. You're like, you know, type shit. So you need to and keep it like that before you even go. So if you keep it like this, right? Butt cheek squeezed, butt cheek is still squeezed, you see me? If my butt cheek wasn't squeezed, I'd be like this, but my butt cheek is squeezed. So squeezed, and then push it back with the butt cheek squeezed. Get yourself fucking, you know, stable on that bitch. And then I go toe to heel, and I try to push like this heel, the working heel, out to the side a little bit. So it's gonna go like this. I don't like to come all the way down here because then I feel like I lose tension. You do get a nice stretch, but more on the hamstrings and not the glutes. And then another thing I try to think about is like, when I'm going, I'm not just trying to kick back and like kick my glute up. I'm trying to like extend the cable back. I'm trying to like extend it back. Like I'm trying to get it back as far as I can and then contract the glute up top. Hope that helps. Fuck. All right, how to do dumbbell RDLs without blowing out your lower back. Grab 2 dumbbells, stand with your feet about hip width apart. Soften your knees. This is not a stiff leg deadlift, so your knees are gonna stay slightly bent the whole time. Lock your lats in, pull your shoulder blades down and back like you're trying to pinch something in between your armpits. Brace your core or squeeze your butt cheeks. Really do both because that'll keep your spine straight. Keep the dumbbells close like you're trying to shave your legs with them, and then push your hips back, not bend at the waist. Push your hips back, push your hips back. This is a back and forth movement, not an up and down. A lot of you guys wanna just go up and down. It's back and forth. All right, and then as far as range of motion, you wanna go as low as you can without rounding your lower back. For most people, that's right below the knees. You don't want to go all the way to the floor if your mobility isn't there, because then you're just working your lower back. And then from the bottom, you wanna drive your heels through the floor while pushing your hips through. And then from there, push the heels to the floor while drive the hips through. Boom. Okay, hope that helped.